I know the army runs the entire gamut. In terms of economics, I'm told that it is more of an informal economy.
Right. Pakistan has gone into you know, a state where I don't think it can recover. The, why? I mean, you have to understand this fundamentally. Of course, the fact is that their economy was never great. You know, ever since the late 70s, their economy has been going down. That is one part of the story. There are no investments, there are no industry, there are no reforms. I read a Pakistani article, very interesting article, and that was discussing our farm laws and our farm agitation in India. It was written by a lady. She says, look at this, their agitation, and the government has to stand and there's agitation going on. Their end point is the same, reforming of farm sector and improving the farm sector. Their approaches are different. And this was feasible because in the 50s we carried out some reforms. And we are where we are and we are progressing. She says there's no problem with the farm laws or against it or anything. Eventually these people will come to some modicum of understanding and progress. She says in Pakistan we've not done the fundamental change of what India did in 1950. Today what they can do because of their farm laws agitation XYZ is because what they did in 1950 which we have not done. So where are we? So their agriculture is so backwards, right? You have to go back. So they're still living in the age of 1951. Number two, they're going to be affected by climate change, water. The amount of water, just today I read in Mangla and Tarbela dams is lower than normal. They don't have enough water, right? And the silting is so much that both these dams are almost useless. That's why they're looking at other alternatives. There's no water. And their agriculture is 20% of their economy. That's badly affected because no water, no reforms. And the third thing which has happened is because the Indus doesn't get enough water, silt has not gone. Indus is silted, and Indus doesn't have enough water to push the silt out. The seawater has come on into Indus. So the seawater is ingressed into the land, and it is now affecting the agriculture Pakistan. Now, if agriculture of Pakistan is affected, which is 20% of their GDP, they are in trouble, big trouble, because their population is going up, uncontrolled. No investments. Where will they go? For the first time, this last 1 year, they've been a food importer. So hitherto they were food exporters. They started importing cotton, which they've always exported. So this can't change without investment. All their CPEC investment is in coal-based factories, coal-based power plants and roads. That won't change agriculture. In fact, the power plants will make the place more polluted. Pakistan in one go with CPEC is going to become from the least polluted nations to the most polluted nations. And their power purchase agreements within are so poor that they're going to lose perpetually on electricity. They're going to be a surplus electricity surplus state or nation without offtake. So what they're going to produce can't be consumed, and what they produce they can't be paid. They don't have water. I'm talking of fundamentals. Forget about army, navy, and air, nuclear, and all that nonsense. Basic thing. And their population is exploding, and the governance is poor. So they are in a trap, and they're in a debt trap already. That is well known, documented. So where do you think Pakistan is going? Nowhere. And that is why they're internalizing. They have no choice but to internalize. You see the inflation in Pakistan. On any count you take today, and this is not going to go away. Notwithstanding IMF restructuring or notwithstanding Chinese loans. In any case, Pakistan doesn't have the capacity to repay even one loan, and neither does it have a history of repaying any loan. So it's going to be in a state of suspended animation. That's the way I foresee things in Pakistan.